Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Let Them Cook a Superhero podcast.
It's good afternoon.
It's always morning for me, like I always say.
You sound such like a DC fan.
I am Zach Walker.
And I am James Merchant.
And we are your hosts. Thank you for joining us today.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. My glasses are broken, as you could see if you were watching us. But it's all good, because that won't stop me from wearing them.
Oh.
I've just got to address the white elephant in the room.
Oh.
Yeah. How are you doing today?
I'm tired, I'm not going to lie. But I got some exciting news for you guys. We got a lot to cover today.
Do we now?
Yeah, we do.
I'm excited to get into it.
Yes. But first, we should start off with super ops, no?
Yes, we have a super off we have comments to a super off that we have to respond to from last time.
Yes. Would you like to do the honors?
Sure. Well, yeah, I'll start off reading the comment, going back to the comment section from our last video. So we had Nightwing. First of all, he talked about when we gave the dark side and Thanos what if question.
Mm-hmm.
And just to reiterate that, it was what if Avengers had to fight Darkseid,
Right.
or if Justice League had to fight Thanos.
Right.
And I think we both agree that Darkseid's annihilating.
Avengers.
Yep.
Yeah, without a doubt. Like, as much as I love Avengers, you guys are just not seeing Darkseid. And I'm still a Marvel fan. It's just the way how they written Darkseid is just, he's a little too OP. And I don't think Tony Stark or anyone in that manner can, like, go against Darkseid or find a way to defeat him.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And it seems that Nightwing, commenter Nightwing, agrees with us. Because he says the JL has the advantage just because of Superman alone. Yeah, they would tank Thanos. Honestly. Thanos is no match.
Yeah.
You know? Darkseid's Omega Beams could put up a fight to Superman's heat vision. But I don't think there's anything Darkseid could do against Superman. I mean, Thanos could do against Superman. But then switching that over to when we asked who would win in a fight, Silver Surfer versus Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
Nightwing also commented on that. I think, did we give our opinion on that, or were we going to say that here?
So let's do the fans first. Let's do the fans, and then we'll give them our opinion to finalize. You know?
Okay. So Nightwing says that he thinks Silver Surfer is going to win solely because he possesses the power cosmic. The power cosmic, which what you told me last time is the force or the
multiverses
the multiversal force that holds pretty much all the universes in it together.
Yeah. So my girl, if you're watching, I love you. My girl Darisha, she said Martian Manhunter versus Silver Surfer is a fair fight. I think Martian will win because he will be able to manipulate Surfer to do whatever he wants, just like how Sue had manipulated Surfer into no longer destroying their words, which we all agreed that Silver Surfer weakness is emotion. So, and Martian Manhunter is all about emotion. As you can see today, we'll clearly touch upon that a little later in a certain movie. But yeah, so me personally, between the two, I'm going to go with Martian because I personally think he would just find a way to like manipulate him with emotion. I do agree with her.
Word. So it's interesting because when we did end last week's podcast, I was actually on the same. I was on the agreement with you that Martian Manhunter would take the W for that fight.
Yeah.
But when I saw Nightwing comment that, that kind of put me onto something. I realized that, like, based on what you told me last time, Silver Surfer could connect to other of his multiverse versions.
Yeah.
And maybe there's other versions of him that are stronger in terms of, like, emotion or maybe possess
like he can turn it off.
Yeah, like some that have their emotions, like, more controlled and could maybe have a bit of resistance to Martian Manhunter's, like, emotion manipulation tactic.
But is he beating him just with the power cosmic and turning off his emotions?
I think he could. If he could, like, round up other versions of himself and maybe some that are stronger and more emotionally controlled, maybe he could.
Who are we? We're just like switching our fandom. I was Marvel, you DC. Now I'm defending DC. You're defending Marvel.
I'm kind of still a DC guy.
That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't say I'm switching over to Marvel just yet. Although
you might later on with the next super off, but we'll get to that later.
The next super off. Well, I am excited for that, but yes, we will save that for later.
Got you.
Well, now I think since you did mention DC, there is a certain DC movie, that animated movie that just released.
You mean one of the most
need to talk about?
One of the most let them cook greatest DC animated movie in history?
DC animation really did let them cook. The animators and the writers for sure, and the actors.
Yeah,
they cooked on this one.
Yeah,
for sure.
Let me be the ones to tell you guys.
Part 3 specifically.
You guys cooked on part 3. Oh my God, I am a loss of words. We just finished watching. I can never say it correctly.
What the name of the movie?
Yeah.
So it's called Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths. And today was the drop of part 3.
And let me tell you something. I have never in my life of 27 years of living, and I know I look good for it, shocked to see a DC movie so good. Let me fix that sentence.
Really?
To see a DC animation movie so good, to make it #1 spot of my favorite all-time animations. It was so good, Zach. I can't even explain how good it was. Because, first of all, anyone who knows me know I'm a Huntress fan. So I got the confirmation that out of all his kids, I feel like Batman loved Huntress the most. And maybe I'm biased. I'm based. I don't care. But I said what I said.
I would argue on that
Batman
one.
loves Huntress more than Damian Wayne, and I said what I said.
I wasn't gonna say Damian Wayne. I would say I always felt like that he liked Dick Grayson the most. Dick Grayson kind of turned out the most like him.
Oh yeah, and any other animations? Yeah.
Elena's kind of from Earth 2,
and he loves her more. That makes it all the more merrier.
No.
Yeah.
Guess what? He doesn't even remember her.
That's fine. You know what he does remember is the fact that
Dick
he asked her a question and was like, "So what does your father teach you?"
That's just because she was the only one there at the moment.
Nah.
All the other Robins went through at that point.
So why didn't the writers bring them back? Oh, because they don't care about their father. But you know who cares about their father?
Because she'll be gone after this. Dick Grayson's coming back, but we're not going to see we're not going to see this Huntress
again. She was the only one.
That's why.
She was the only one when Batman was attacked. Who was the one that was screaming, "What the hell was going on with the tower? Bring him up." His daughter. It was his daughter.
They just gave her screen time.
It was his daughter. I don't care what no one says. It was his daughter.
Guess who's getting more screen time in the long run?
Who?
Dick Grayson. That's who. Sorry, I just screamed to the mic.
And that's why his girlfriend also died. Starfire. You know when she got
happy that Starfire died?
I mean, I love her. She's cool, but hey.
Are you like an anti-Titans fan?
I just
you
feel
want to
like
see kids die?
I just feel like Huntress, she wasn't a kid in that movie. And
still, you want to see the Titans die, huh?
And for a regular human,
everyone
Huntress,
shit on him. He's shitting on Titans right
now. Like I said, I love Teen Titans, all right? First of all, I taught you 2003 Teen Titans. Talk about it.
You want to see 2003 Titans die?
They already did, so technically I didn't want to see it, but spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, we did kind of spoil it.
We kind of spoiled it for you. Anyway.
Should we just talk about
let's just talk about it.
Because I want to talk about that though. Literally, I brought it here. Look at this. Which camera are we looking at? I think this one. This is the Super Friends. This is a TV show, the Justice League TV show from a long time ago.
Yes.
Dad, when was that airing? I know it was around your time.
Oh, wow. Just exposing fathers like that is crazy.
Are you cool sharing that?
I believe the 70s.
The 70s.
These go back to the 1970s, yeah.
So while we were watching part 3 of Crisis today, because I think you'll actually find this funny. You'll get a kick out of this. It actually reminded me of when we were watching Flash, and the end of Flash showed like all the classic movies like Adam West Batman and Christopher Reeve Superman. So they showed kind of like at the end of Flash 2, the destruction of the multiverse. I'm just going full in spoiler.
Yeah, go ahead.
So they went back to old shows, and they specifically chose the ones that were like the biggest hits. So they showed Super Friends. They showed Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, all in that same animation style.
Yeah.
And they were like, "What's going on?" And then everything blows up.
Right.
I thought it was crazy. And then after that, they went to there was a 90s show called Batman the Animated Series. That's where Kevin Conroy started for the first time, and Mark Hamill. And it turned out to be Kevin Conroy's last performance. Like because he passed away a few years ago. Yeah. So they brought him back for this one cameo.
Yeah, that was dope.
Mark Hamill wasn't in it, but then they also had a Teen Titans show and the old JL show.
I love how they titled the Teen Titans show 2003, like when it came out as the Earth 2003.
Yeah, it was called Earth 2003.
I thought that was dope because I was like, oh, you guys are funny because we never specified like what Teen Titans
and
Earth it was. So I thought that was pretty cool that they did that.
And stuff like that makes me think like that these guys are definitely like paying attention to what fans discuss.
Yes.
Because if you always look at like the fandom wiki pages, like since we don't know like what the in-universe Earth is called, a lot of times we will just specify it as the year it released until they give us it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it is kind of funny seeing like, oh, like they're fans just like us.
Yeah. But to see, and then hold on. They really cooked with the last one when we saw JLU, Justice League Unlimited, in Crisis.
Had that one in there.
I freaked out.
Freaked
out. And we finally got the confirmation. If you are a Justice League Unlimited fan like I am, right? And you know the storyline between Hawkgirl and Jon Stewart, right? And they're destined to be together. But they was kind of like in the last season, like trying to put off their relationship because Jon Stewart was with the Vixen. Because why not just put two black characters together by force? But anyway, no. But anyway, like I said before, even though it's destined in stone,
that's a longer story to talk about.
That's a longer story to talk about. But regardless, in Crisis with JLU being in there as their like cameo, it was kind of great seeing like it was fan service for us. I feel like because they showed that Jon Stewart and Hawkgirl kiss at the end, even though they got evaporated. But
yeah, I like how they called back to that story.
Me and you fixated on that story for a minute. So I was like, is this catered to us?
We were getting
like,
prepped. It did feel catered to us.
They catered to us. They was like,
but I think it's because they were the most hit shows as well.
Yeah.
Like,
and that was kind of the best storyline because it was like it was the longest storyline I felt like in the JLU. Like out of all the JLU storylines, that was the longest, like Jon Stewart and Hawkgirl. So it was kind of dope seeing that they like, all right, guys, we know you guys are waiting. Did they get together? Here, they'll kiss here, but they'll never die. But like, it was so dope seeing that.
I'll always shout out my boy Warhawk.
Those Warhawk no one cares about it.
I want to see Warhawk and Batman Beyond fighting side by side.
Okay. All right. Well,
because they're awesome.
Happy for you.
And Batman Beyond was there too, that was a nice callback as well.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was like the foreshadowing moment. Like, hey, Batman Beyond's here. We're gonna see the other Batman animated series and JLU animated series.
Yeah.
It was like almost hinting like you're gonna see it.
Also, can we talk about how everyone was like crapping on John Constantine? Like they was just like, yeah, it's his fault. And everyone just like was staring at him like, yeah, it's your fault. Like,
is it really his fault? Like, he did have good intentions.
He has good intentions. I didn't feel bad, but I also was like, all right, give the guy some slack. Like I don't know. I just felt I was like, okay, I get why y'all upset, and even he's taking accountability. But like y'all dragging it. Like at least we find the solution now. But
at least they let up because the ending set up a future John Constantine, maybe Spectre, team up project or something coming up. Mm-hmm. And with that ending there, he walked off. He didn't go back to Earth. He walked off with Spectre.
I think he didn't go back to Earth because I think he feels like he's better off without being on Earth. I feel like he thinks he's like a problem. So I think he went with Spectre to like as his punishment, not punishment, but like reversing his redemption, like reversing his wrongs. Yeah. So
we're gonna get
he could have just went. But I think Spectre like kind of persuaded him, and I think Spectre knew like you're gonna follow me. So
yeah, Spectre even kind of alluded that he has like a redemption for him ahead.
Yeah, so
I'm excited to see where that leads to.
Yeah,
which that also reminds me how we got a call.
We have a call.
Sure, let's take it.
No guarantees it'll be. Who knows?
Yeah. Hello? You reached the Let Them Cook a Superhero podcast. How you doing? False alarm.
Hello, are you there? Hello?
Is there anyone on the other end? Hold up. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, no, all good, all good. I just I wasn't even thinking when you answered. I was like, oh, I should say that we're the LTC podcast. I was just like, hello. Anyway, what were we saying? I like how because this movie has been led up to since JL Dark first released in I think it was 2017.
Yeah.
Which was all like the darker characters of the DC universe.
Yeah.
And in the meantime of that as well, they've also been somewhat setting it up with like some Teen Titans animated films or Suicide Squad animated films, and then even Crisis on Two Earths.
Yeah.
Because I love Crisis on Two Earths, so I like how it all kind of led up to here, and now the universe is kind of reset, and now everything going on and everything
excited.
from here on.
I'm not gonna
is in this
lie,
new
I'm
multiverse.
excited for that because you can do so much, bro. You can do so much now that everyone is just one, right? And now it's just kind of considered to be what, one Earth now. So I'm excited to see, are they going to do a new movie where we as fans have to just sit through and be like, all right, they about to merge into a team, or are they going to just jump as a team already? But either way, I'm excited for the journey after seeing the most best #1 animated DC film of all time, and I'm going to stamp that because they cooked. But they could do so much now with that, and I'm excited to see how they're gonna route it, you know?
Can I give my prediction?
Sure.
Are you interested?
Sure.
So they were saying throughout the whole movie how Flash is kind of like rewriting history, right?
Yeah.
And the moment that they all went back to Earth, it was kind of like the moment that everything was reset.
Yeah.
So I think that I could be wrong, but I think that they're whatever animated projects they have coming out, like in the near future, I think everything's gonna be all taking place on one Earth. And then maybe in like 2 or 3 years, we'll get the next Crisis event, and it'll be even better than this one. And then that's gonna reset the multiverse to where we then get back to various different stories. And then after that, final Crisis.
I mean,
We're gonna get all 3 Crisis events.
do you like multiverses?
Well, I'm not saying they're all gonna be multiverse
No,
projects.
but I'm asking, like, do you like multiverses? Like, do you like the multiverse?
If it's not too much of it.
Okay.
But I like the Crisis events,
Okay.
and I like seeing, like, because they did this one so well, I
Yeah.
want to see them adapt Infinite and Final Crisis as well.
I don't know, because I feel like they wrote this so good. Me personally, I don't think they
They
need
have
to.
great potential.
I mean, it could be great, but I don't think they need to. Like, I think, like,
Yeah, but they're going to, you know.
yeah, but if they do, then they do. But I personally think, or give me a filler movie, because I don't really need to see that just yet. Like, you can,
That's why I'm saying it's gonna be
like,
a few
later
years from now.
Yeah.
But I'm saying all the projects in between are gonna be all in the same universe. since
Yeah.
there's only one Earth
I
right
mean,
now.
now hopefully I can get my Birds of Prey. That's all I've been asking. An animated Birds of Prey, not that whack crap y'all gave me. That was trash, and I'm gonna say what I said. But yeah, no, honestly, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many cameos in that movie. I just felt like you could do so much. You could do so much now. Like, you could free roam whatever you want to do. I mean, they have a plot, like a guideline of how they're gonna do it. I'm cool with that too. But I feel like if they haven't touched anything just yet, now they can free roam any ideas they want. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So I'll start over.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. But it was a great movie. I had honestly given it a 10 out of 10. Crisis is a 10 out of 10. That was great. I was
Yeah.
so geeked. Like, you have to
Definitely
understand,
top
I was
three
jumping
favorite.
up and down in his house watching it. Like,
We were both jumping up and down.
we was
Did
screaming.
you hear us?
No,
Oh,
we
yeah.
was
geeking
screaming.
out.
We was so, it was like 2 little kids rewatching like their favorite childhood like show and like eating the Captain Crunch cereal just watching this movie. It was so good.
But I love that. I love when a superhero film or show animation does that to us. You know? I love being able to scream at it.
grown ass men to just like,
That's when I have the most fun watching these.
it was
The
so
reactions.
good. Although, for the love of God, no disrespect to the voice actress to Wonder Woman, but like, I'm sorry, that gave me a headache. Like, it was so bad to the point where Wonder Woman was about to sacrifice herself. I was like, hurry up and die. In the sense of, because we already just saw JLU and Teen Titans and everyone died. So at this point, I was like, girl, you need to go. You need to go and just hurry up, because I could not stand that voice. It just did not give Wonder Woman. I'd rather the voice actress for Hawk Girl been the voice actress for Wonder Woman and they switched. I would have been okay with that. But I don't know. This it just was like, I couldn't stand the voice actress for Wonder Woman.
Stanikatic or whatever. I think that's how you pronounce it. Stanikatic.
Couldn't stand it.
You didn't like it.
No.
Well, aside from her, I guess I thought it was a pretty excellent cast. I mean,
I know. I heard my boy Darren Criss. He was
Darren
eating
Criss
that
as Superman. Jensen Chris is Batman.
As a Glee fan, we love you,
Alexander Daddario is Lois Lane. Matt Bomer is
She was cooking.
Flash. She was cooking.
She was cooking.
And then even Kevin Conroy's cameo as Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Troy Baker as Joker. And who was Lex Luthor? Lex Luthor. I need to find out who Lex Luthor was. Was that Corey Stoll? Hold up. You can keep talking if you want.
Okay. Well, while he does that.
Oh no, Mark Hamill was Joker for the animated series cameo. That's dope.
Yeah. Well.
Sorry, I know I just told you to talk and then I cut you off.
That's cool.
After. Where is Lex Luthor? Yes, Corey Stoll. So yeah, great cast. Really great cast. They nailed it.
Yeah, I hated Lex.
His voice?
No, his character.
His character? Oh,
I hated Lex. I was
you're supposed to.
I know, but he just irked me even more, like times 10.
I love how they really were able to show off how he's much smarter than Batman, because he outsmarted Batman in all three parts of this, and was just always at least one step ahead.
I'll
of
cut
Batman.
your tongue.
He's smarter than Batman.
I'll cut your tongue.
In the DC universe, there's only one person smarter than Bruce Wayne, and that's him.
I'll cut your tongue and make you
He's
learn how
smarter
to.
than Bruce. Actually, there are a few more people.
Don't ever disrespect Batman like that.
When there's a tier of the most smartest people, Batman's not number one.
Ever.
Lex Luthor's first.
Ever.
I like how they showed that off because they got that right.
If he's so smart, why he still can't find a way to defeat Superman? All that kryptonite and you still wouldn't kill him.
To be fair, Batman uses kryptonite and doesn't always defeat him as well.
Batman has morals.
Lex Luthor has defeated him a few times.
Okay, who? Batman or Superman?
Lex Luthor and Batman probably have defeated him and been defeated by him probably an equal amount of times.
Yeah, if Lex was really smart, he would have just did it each and every time. He always got bested.
If Batman was really smart, he would have just annihilated Superman too.
First of all,
like I just
they
said,
share the same mother's name.
Debates here. Oh, they share the same mother's name. Oh, their moms are the same.
You wouldn't understand, Joseph.
Oh, another classic story about
their mom's
names
it,
and
Joseph.
dead mom. What?
I said you wouldn't understand, Joseph.
Joseph. Oh.
So me and Zach both.
Oh, is that what this is about?
Me and Zach.
Why did you say that name? Why did you say that name?
It's my middle name.
What? What?
Yeah, Joseph is my middle name.
Joseph is your middle name?
Yeah.
Joseph is my middle name.
What?
James.
Zach.
James.
Zach.
Don't worry. She won't die tonight.
He's so stupid. Anyway. Me and Zach recently found out like a Batman Superman moment. We've been friends for a whole year now, and we didn't realize both of our middle names was Joseph. That was kind of crazy to me, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So we were all like,
Me too.
Oh, yes. And
yeah, I told him that.
Yes.
Yeah, that your middle name's Joseph. And then we both have a grandfather that was named Joseph.
Yeah, and my dad also middle name is Joseph.
Right.
Yeah.
That too.
So
Isn't that crazy?
I think the
World
Joseph
of
bloodline
coincidences.
just was like, anybody named Joseph, we have to be friends instantly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just like Martha when it comes to Batman and Superman.
Or Jon Stewart and Hawkgirl.
Why? What names did they share? They're just a destined.
They're just destined.
Reincarnation.
They're just destined to be together.
But I think this also begs the question: are you a multiverse variant of me?
I'm older than you, so are you?
So what? Superman from Earth 2 was older than Superman from Earth 1.
Yeah, can we talk about that real quick? You know what pissed me off? When Superman found real quick. So Superman found Wonder Woman because she got I guess like trapped frozen in ice, whatever. So they found her, right? So she's like stuck in ice. So Superman, what Earth was that Superman found?
So the way that they designated it back in part 1, when both the Supermans met, they said Earth 2 Superman's getting referred to as Kal, Earth 1 Superman's getting referred to as Clark.
Right.
So Kal went up to Clark and said, "Clark, help me." And then Clark used his heat vision. The younger Superman used his heat vision.
And then there's a fight scene where both the Supermans fighting dinosaurs and they're both using lasers. So I'm like
why couldn't he
just do it? Like, why couldn't you just place Wonder Woman down and then just like beam it yourself? Like, I don't know. I feel like he was trying to.
They didn't explain why he needed the other.
I felt like he was trying to low key sun him. Like, you do this. Like, I felt like he was trying to sun him. I don't know. That's just how I feel. I felt some type of way for him. Yeah.
I mean, I think they were trying to say that the Superman was younger, but they didn't really like go into all that much that he's lacking in any powers.
Yeah.
And then they, like you said, they still show that they could both do it later.
Yeah, like
it just felt like no story reason for that.
It was, I don't know. It kind of pissed me off because I was like, what was the point of that? Like, and then you both could do it. Like, But anyway, overall, besides the little nooks and crannies of us like critiquing it, it was a damn good movie.
It was a damn.
So to the writers of Crisis, thank you. I appreciate that because you
Crisis.
have made me put that movie into the top #1 spot. Like I don't see any other DC animation movie topping it. I'm gonna be honest. You kind of it's on a high pedestal for me. High.
Okay.
And you know I'm a Marvel fan. So
I think Infinite Crisis has got a shot. Infinite Crisis, or especially Final Crisis, the one with Darkseid, when Darkseid's trying to destroy the multiverse. Because I think Infinite Crisis is the Return of the Anti-Monitor.
Yeah.
Final Crisis is Darkseid. I think those got a shot. Because that's everything coming together again.
I don't know, man.
Dude, if they use this one to even try to lead up to 0 Hour, which I believe is one of the, like the Earth 2 Green Lantern turning into like Parallax or something.
No, that'll be lit.
I'd be down for that. That could be like a stepping stone on the way there.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like now that we
JL
have this, we can. Hot take. Quick question. Now that everyone's back at one, and if they do the Justice League, are we getting Jon Stewart or are we getting Hal Jordan?
We'll see. We'll find out.
Who do you want?
I think since it was already Jon Stewart, and it seems like we've gotten a lot of Jon Stewart, I think they're gonna do Hal Jordan. We have gotten a lot of.
He's such a.
They're probably gonna do all of them, to be honest, since all the universes are merged together.
Yeah.
So they might do.
But they only pick one green Lantern in the Justice League. They're not gonna have two of them unless they're doing like the Justice League Unlimited, and even then they still didn't bring in Hal Jordan in Unlimited, which was kind of weird. They did for that little one special segment where they were switching places and time was being corrupted, but that was really it.
They could go completely out of pocket, just put in Alan Scott.
Oh,
But he's supposed to be Earth 2, actually.
yeah, let's not do that.
Who knows? Oh, I wasn't close. Sorry. I should have been closer to it. I thought it could hear me. Hello there. What?
Yeah, here let them cook. We just cook,
Yeah, let
and
them
we just
cook.
do whatever we want to entertain you guys. Just
We
don't
do.
call us in to ask us to do dares. We won't do it.
I got something to entertain them.
Oh, what?
So, if anyone's not a hardcore DC fan, here, I'm going to show you something. There you go. If anyone's not a hardcore DC fan, then you'll probably get a little confused at the cosmic hierarchy when watching JL Crisis on Infinite Earths. You know, like where are the monitors coming from? You know, and then like where are they in relation to all the other Earths, and what is that in relation to Darkseid? Because Darkseid's kind of involved in the event. They reference Darkseid.
Yeah.
So you're not really gonna, if you're just a casual fan, you don't really know what it is that everyone's coming from.
We're gonna call this segment Education, where we teach you guys everything you need to know.
Supercation.
Supercation is
that-
crazy.
Is
We'll put that in under construction. But
under construction? Yeah.
Supercation.
Yeah. So if you're looking at the screen right now, you'll see that's a panel of a comic book that DC had released sometime in the last decade.
The map of the multiverse.
Yeah, that's the DC multiverse. It's a little confusing. I'm gonna try to dumb it down for you. So if you're gonna watch JL Crisis after we spoiled it all, I'm here to clear things up. I'm here to clear up any confusion for you.
Let's just keep this a
So-
buck real quick. If you're gonna watch our show, just know everything is gonna be a spoiler because we probably already seen it, watch it, or read it, and we want to apologize in advance. We should have said that earlier, but grow up. All right, go on.
So, the DC Omniverse.
Mm-hmm.
We started the Source. The Source wasn't really involved in JL Crisis, but the reason it's called the Source is because it's the center. It is the center of everything in the DC Omniverse. Any character, any idea, any conflict, I guess location, like all that originates from the Source. They are all a reflection of the Source and the Source's actions.
Right.
I guess. It's both an entity and the location. Any internal conflict that the Source has will be echoed in like a conflict between certain characters in the DC universe. All of them are supposed to echo the Source, So that's just like, that's the highest of the DC and cosmic hierarchy. Then that's all outside of the Source Wall. The Source Wall is like the gate or it's this impenetrable wall that the entire omniverse is located inside of. The source is the only thing beyond that. So then from there you go into the monitor sphere, which by the name you can tell that's where the monitors are from.
Right.
That and the anti-monitor. Depending on which DC comic, sometimes there's only 2 of them, sometimes there's more than 2 of them. Basically, they're the next level. They're above the gods of the DC multiverse. They control. It's all like anything is a reflection of them from down there. Like from them down. Like everything as you go down in the layers, they just all become more reflections of those characters. Yeah, you could see it.
So I could see the monitor sphere.
Right, you
gods.
see it's the source, and then the source wall, then the monitor sphere.
Right.
Beyond that is then the God sphere, or the sphere of the gods, in
Right.
which they show that there's Apocalypse and New Genesis there. You have the underworld, or the Skylands, heaven or hell. Basically like anywhere that houses like Darkseid, Highfather, the Greek gods, the Olympus god, or those same thing.
Yeah.
Gods of Rome, the Norse gods, any the devilish, anything like devilish, like Lucifer, Morningstar, or I think Shazam would be there. Just any one of the deities. That's where they lands in the DC Omniverse, and then below them is where you have the multiverse, or you have the Speed Force, which is like housing the whole multiverse. And then like the Speed Force is obviously that's what powers Barry Allen. So he's a very powerful character because he connects to the whole multiverse there. And then step down from that is each Earth and all the heroes that are within that.
Right. Which,
so
after watching the movie, I love how they kept saying, yeah, but we can't have this many, multiverses. So it's like, something has to give, because the more we get, the more anti-monitor we're going to get. So I was like, okay, I kind of get that now. Like, that kind of makes sense. So.
Someone knocking. We're good.
But yeah, okay. But okay,
Yeah.
you cook.
Yeah, that was a cook.
Yeah, that was a cook.
I was trying to dumb it down as best possible because that's like a lot of info and kind of confusing.
Yeah, but
It's like DC's Bible,
basically that's what I was getting at. I was like, oh, so this is like the lore of DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's why like these are crisis events, because the Monitor is literally like the only thing beyond them is the source. You know, so like they're literally like the multiverse is up to them.
Yeah.
They're saying it, so that's why like whatever goes on with the Monitor, that's why it was such a big deal when Supergirl killed the Monitor, because it's like he's probably the only one that could have stopped all the other anti-monitors.
Rest in peace to my girl Supergirl. Her crisp burnt hair.
Only to be reborn.
I mean, well, yeah.
New Earth.
Well, yeah.
I think it's called. Is it New Earth now, or is it still Earth 2? Or I think no, Earth Prime. That's what we got. We're Earth Prime.
Prime.
It was Earth 1, but now since there's no other Earths, we're now Earth Prime.
Which I kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, they're following the exact order that the story went in the classic comics. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that.
Would you like to talk about the Captain America Brave New World trailer?
Well, you're more excited for me, so we definitely can talk about it. Go tell me how you truly feel about it.
How I feel about the movie. Okay. So I think the trailer dropped on Thursday.
Right.
It was a long-awaited trailer.
Yeah.
And the title is also long-awaited because it was supposed to drop this year. Then they stopped filming. Then they reshot, and now it's gonna come out next year. They pushed all their films back. So I was, because of all the issues that they had going through the filming of it, and everything that I've heard, like the movie sounds like it's gonna be very overloaded. A lot of characters, a lot of storylines, a lot of things being set up. I was a little skeptical. And I still am. Because I watched the trailer, and it looks good. It looks like they're trying to make it like, kind of like the Winter Soldier, from 10 years ago. They want it to be that like that Marvel film that gets things back on track, that makes people be like, okay, Marvel is top notch again.
Yeah.
You know. But just from, like I say, it looks good. It's a good trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at all the characters that are in it, and like I said, knowing everything that they're gonna set up, it looks like there's a chance that it could suffer the same fate as like Spider-Man 3.
Mm-hmm.
And in that case, there was just too many villains in the movie. There's just too many things going on. Yeah. So what we got in this movie, they said that there's Serpent Society that's going to be in here. Like, that's a supervillain group dressed as lizards.
Yeah.
There's also supposed to be the return of the leader from the Incredible Hulk back in 2008.
Mm-hmm.
There's also Thaddeus Ross, who is now being played by Harrison Ford, who's going to be turning to Red Hulk, as we saw in the trailer. Then we also saw in the trailer, they added Giancarlo Esposito as George Washington Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's like so many characters already.
So do you think it's going to be overwhelmed? Like, this is going to be like so overwhelming that how can you cram so much stuff in?
Yeah, it could, like, they could have a trouble time juggling all those stories together. Because then when you look at the heroes, you have Sam, you have Falcon, like the new Falcon. Then there's going to be Isaiah Bradley, right? And then maybe Bucky's going to be in it. And then they're also trying to set up the new Avengers. And then they're also trying to set up Thunderbolts. So it's like, how are they going to make this all work?
Yeah, I am not excited for the new Avengers.
I think they said that Hulk might be in this, or She-Hulk might be in this. Then there's also, there's a possible connection going on with Daredevil, since the Daredevil show will be airing at the same time.
Now
as this
that's what I'm excited for. I'm super excited for Daredevil. You understand?
Yeah, I mean, Daredevil could be bridging the gap between this show and Thunderbolts. And maybe the reason for that is, like, it's gonna help with how jam-packed this movie is. Like, maybe Daredevil's gonna give more,
But don't be stingy. Like, if you're gonna give us Daredevil, give us Hero for Hire. Like, if you could give us Daredevil, you could give us Jessica Jones. You could give us Luke Cage. You could give us Iron Fist. Like,
it could be.
Come on, like,
I mean,
and you could still continue the storyline from, like, Misty, even for Misty Knight when she got her arm chopped off. Like, you could still continue and then Tony Stark. Oh, well, technically not Tony Stark, since
I would love it if they at least set, like, just maybe one season of a show back during those 5 years, like when it was the snap, the decimation. Kind of pick up right after the ending of the last season of those shows.
But Jessica Jones, I know it was a character choice, but she has to now become Jules. I don't care if she don't like the pink hair and the white outfit. She has to become Jules.
They could definitely figure out a way. It's been so many years since
she could be mature now. Yeah.
Yeah, they could do a time skip and say that so many things happen, so they could figure out a way. But they're coming July 27th, which is going to be the weekend after Deadpool and Wolverine comes out this month. Marvel Studios will be at San Diego Comic-Con. So they're going to have their Hall H panel. And they're most likely, they're 100% going to be revealing some upcoming slate that they haven't revealed yet.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe there could be a new Power Man show or Heroes for Hire show.
No, I want a Heroes for Hire movie. I want a movie.
I don't know if there's a demand for that yet.
I don't know, because it was pretty popular on Netflix for a little while. But the thing is, I think the problem
Not
is
Iron Fist.
I don't care what none of y'all say. I enjoyed Iron Fist. Y'all may not like it, but the drama for Iron Fist for me was everything. I lived for Iron Fist. I did. I liked Iron Fist over Luke Cage, and I say that with my heart. I don't care. Luke Cage bored the crap out of me. I did. And I hate that yellow ass scenery. It was so tiring. It gave me that mustard yellow ass.
I can agree with you all on that with Luke Cage, but I will never agree that Iron Fist was better than any of that. Iron Fist was
I just enjoyed Iron Fist. I did.
He had no motivation, no reason to come to New York, no reason to fight the hand. All this is a debate that we can have another time, because we've been debating a lot on this show.
Yeah. And we're going to still disagree, because I would still watch Iron Fist over Luke Cage any day.
But yeah, also in regards to Captain America, just swinging it right back for a second, they're finally addressing the ending of what went down during Eternals, or the ending of Eternals. When Tiamat, his head, was just left in the sea, like that. They're finally getting back to that and what came of that, because it's been a few years and no one's acknowledged that there's just a giant head in the sea. So what is interesting about that, because it's interesting. This is all timing around around the release of Deadpool and Wolverine. And according to certain rumors, all right, let me rewind a bit. So you know how Cersei, did you see Eternals at all?
No, I wasn't a fan of it. I wasn't.
So when the Eternals when Tiamat was emerging from the Earth, Cersei, the Eternal Cersei, her superpower is like she's able to change the materials of things, or like if she wanted to, she could like change my phone into a butterfly or something. So she grabbed on the Tiamat, and she turned him into something else. Like he was no longer like a living entity. She turned him into some sort of like just some sort of new thing. But we don't know what that is. But she turned him into something, and he became like white. He was like frozen as something. So it's now like it's a new material, like a new mineral sort of on Earth. And then after that movie should be taking place like right after Avengers Endgame, right? So if in a project that takes place a few months after that, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, there was a reference to Wolverine, right? So now with this movie coming out, there's rumors saying that it's going to be revealed in this movie that material that Tiamat became after Cersei like sort of frozen will be adamantium, and that this whole thing is going to connect to the new Wolverine that's coming into the MCU.
Okay.
So that's
Can we just keep Hugh Jackman? I just want Hugh Jackman. I don't want
maybe it is. I mean, they're probably only gonna. He's played the character for so long.
I know, but you do it so well. Like, come on.
He's probably just gonna be around for like 2 or 3 movies, and they're gonna change him around.
Just fight him a big check.
He's old or getting old. He's not old really, but he's getting old.
Yeah.
And actors when they get older, they don't want to do as many superhero or action movies.
Well, I'm a little confused because you had Old Man Logan, and then you're having Deadpool versus Wolverine. So I'm trying to figure out timeline how
this takes place before that.
What, Deadpool and Wolverine, right?
I think they're showing us because in Logan they were hinting at something that happened between Logan and Charles and the X Mansion that killed all the X-Men. So I think they're gonna show it. I think they're going back to what happened then. So before Logan, showing us what happened there.
Yeah.
Give us some sort of description of what happened to the X-Men there and why Logan got so depressed. And then Deadpool. This is all according to like rumors and plus put together with what we already do know. That's fact. Deadpool's gonna try and scoop Logan before the events of Logan and then try to save him to make sure he doesn't die.
Oh, okay.
So that's where we also might get our X-23 cameo, in which she'll be in the suit.
Anyone who knows me know I love X-23.
Oh, I can't wait for that. Daphne Keane is a great freaking actor.
I just love X-23. That's my baby. That's my girl. Love her. I can't wait to one day if I get hired by Marvel, write my TV show for X-23 and 3 other superheroes who I can't name because I don't need Marvel Studios taking my product just yet.
It is a team that slaps.
No, dude. My team really slaps, and it's random as heck.
Yeah, never would have thought of it, but it slaps.
Yeah, honestly.
And I won't say it, but it's got another character that we
that
might
team
see
that I write for
Deadpool.
in Marvel, and then the other 4 superheroes I wrote for in DC. Yeah, I can see that. That'd be a great. I wouldn't make the DC one though. Would be a movie, an animated movie, and then the one with X-23 would be an animation TV series.
Right.
6 seasons.
6 seasons.
Yeah, I'm loyal to X-23. She also leads the team.
It's dope.
Yeah.
If only we could talk about it.
I know.
Literally.
I know. But anyway.
Should we? Okay, so Marvel Studios got hacked during the week. Made me think of it since we were already talking about Marvel. So
yeah.
let me actually look at this. There's it kind of reminded me because you were telling me the other day about like when Sony got hacked in 2014.
If y'all remember when Sony got hacked by Lizard Squad,
the Lizard Squad.
that was crazy. And I had just got my PlayStation that Christmas day. And I was like, yo, why can't I play games online? And then that's when I was on Instagram at the time. And I kept refreshing. This was back in the day when Instagram, you have to pull to refresh, like how Twitter is. And they kept saying, like, yeah, Lizard Squad hacked Sony. And that's why, people's stuff was, like, data and everything was being taken. Their bank, their wallets, everything was being taken. And I was like, Sony, how you dropped the ball on this? Like, where's security? Where's cyber walls? Like, what's going on? But Marvel, Come on now, we're in 2024, my love.
It's actually pretty crazy. So this group is called No Budge. No Bulge.
Oh, okay.
No Bulge. I'll spell that out. So that's NULLBULGE. No Bulge. It's a weird
Okay.
name. But they pretty much kind of like what it's kind of almost as bad as what Lizard Squad did with Sony. It's saying that they literally they hacked Marvel and they got a list of like all their upcoming IPs for the next like few years, like basically everything that they have plans that's coming up, every single thing. They got concept art, all info on them, like whatever like story ideas I guess that's going on.
Yeah.
And then they even have like employees various like login info and then some of their personal data.
Yeah.
Like I mean like personal data. So and according to this website, and I don't think more is known about it because Disney's refusing to comment on it right now, but they're demanding like a pay from Marvel, you know, if they want the information back, and they're basically saying that they'll leak all of this to the world if Marvel doesn't give them a certain amount of money. So they're trying to ruin lives.
So here's the pro and con to that, right? There is no pro. So the con to that is one, like I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Like that's so stupid. That's so stupid.
Sorry,
because
that's really funny.
because I just feel like even if you was to leak it, if Marvel and Disney doesn't give you the money, one, they're gonna be like, all right, well, project is canceled, so now everyone hates you for like doing that. But two, you also kind of went in a sense of like, well, if you cancel all your projects, everything is wasted, and now you're gonna have to restart. So it's a lose-lose situation. But like, who are they giving money to? Who don't they have? Can't they just track the IP to be like, who am I getting this money to? Because whoever I give this money to, I can trace it and then get.
Oh yeah, I mean that's how these things always go down. Whenever there's a ransom type of payment,
that's
they
so
always
stupid.
figure out a setup to like catch him as the transaction's going on.
That's
so
what
I'm
saying,
sure
that's
that's
so
what's gonna
stupid.
happen.
Like, what do you
Yeah.
think this money is wiring from? Like,
And it honestly, it doesn't sound like that Marvel's backing down at all. Because like when that news dropped, they try to kind of distract from that news by announcing their appearance at SDCC's Hall H, even though that was already known. But they made it like a big announcement for it.
like
so
now it's
that-
being rushed. I felt like now they
Yeah.
have no choice but to be like, all right, well, come on.
Right, like they just
Yeah.
want people to focus on that and be
Yeah.
like, watch us announce it, you know? Fuck these leaks, you know?
Either way, it's so stupid. This is what I'm saying with like as a wrestling fan and as a superhero fan, like people that are extremists when it comes to that, it's just so dumb because it's just like, why can't you just sit back, relax, and have a life? Like why do you have to go to the most extreme measures to do something just to get something out of someone? Like people like that are so weird. Yeah, I'm talking about y'all. Weird.
They're completely demoralizing themselves because they're honestly like even just putting like the fandom aside and like upcoming projects, like it's straight up they took people's personal info, you know, like they're straight up just ruining lives, you know. Like it's people's jobs, like these is what people do for a living, it's their career, you know. And just think about like how their livelihood or their career lives are just like at stake because someone just wants their own selfish benefit for it. It's pretty sad.
I mean, that's always been the world, you know. It's nothing new. But like I said before, it's just like these are the marks that I be talking about. Like you guys just be doing the most extreme, and it doesn't make any sense, and you ruin it for everybody. But they don't care, so
They don't.
whatever. It is what it is.
They want their money.
But
that they
also,
stole.
Marvel should be like, no disrespect, but Marvel should be smarter because I don't hear this happening to DC. Then again, DC got their own
it
problems.
happens,
Let's be
know.
real. DC got their own situations they got going on behind closed doors. So,
I guess they do, yeah.
oops, did James just drop the inside scoop? Find out more. Follow my page. But yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Find out more and stay tuned.
Yeah.
I will find out more too.
You will. But no, in other news.
In other
No, but that's
news,
crazy. Yeah, what's next? That's crazy.
Yeah. So we didn't get a chance to talk about this last time, but Superman's shooting now. The new Superman movie, Superman Legacy. Let me show you if you want to put on any of those Superman pictures. Yeah. There's a picture of what he looks like. You'll see it on that big screen in a second, or I could show you my phone here. There you go, James. That's our new Superman.
He looked good.
Yeah, you think so?
I mean, I don't care for the suit as much, but he looks good. Which Superman are we getting? What Superman this one is?
Like the title?
Just overall, like what Superman is he? Like New 52, Prime.
This is this is for the new DCU. I think it's just DC Universe. But the logo is inspired from a universe called the Kingdom Come Superman.
Oh, I heard of King. Okay,
But I don't think this guy's story is based off of the Kingdom Come, or maybe eventually they'll do it. But I think they're just trying to focus on a good Superman story.
okay.
But yeah,
I'm excited
that's
for
it.
this actor too, because he gives
He
me
looks right.
He gives me right. He I like him. If you're watching, I like you.
And we also have a bit of other heroes.
I
that are gonna be in the
know. I
movie
said
as
you
well.
showed me this. I'm super excited to see Mr. Terrific. You know that's my guy. I'm super excited to see Hawkgirl. Like, who's this one again?
So we have there, along with Clark Kent, Kal-El, Superman, we also have Guy Gardner, Green Lantern. I believe Shira Saunders, Hawkgirl. I believe it's Shira Saunders. I could have that wrong because there's a few different Hawkgirls, but I think that's supposed to be Shira Saunders. And then we have Mr. Terrific.
He looks great.
What's Mr. Terrific's name again? I'm trying to remember his name. Well, I'll find it in a second. But
Yeah.
basically, all of them, I find it interesting because, I mean, first we saw Mr. Terrific before the other ones.
Yeah.
And I thought his costume looked so perfect. Like, it was just pretty much like a comics to screen just adaptation. Just
Perfect.
they changed nothing with it.
Yeah.
But then they had the other ones come out. Michael Holt. That's Mr. Terrific's name. Michael Holt. Mr. Terrific. So, so then the other ones, Green Lantern and Hawkgirl, came out, and they all have like a matching suit, like a matching costume to Mr. Terrific, just with different colors, to fit their characters. So it's looking like that there's already going to be an established team set up in this movie.
That's really cool though.
Whether that's JL or Justice Society or maybe just like a Super Friends team or something.
I'm more excited to see who's the villain and what's the plot going to be.
Yeah, that is because there are a few possibilities, but it seems like no one knows for sure. There's been like I feel like there's been signs that it could be Maxwell Lord, because the other, like the team of heroes, it seems like that their team is funded by Maxwell Lord, like Lord Industries, I believe it's called. But then there's also there's going to be Lex Luthor. He's going to be in the movie.
Of course.
We
We got a new one, right? Please tell me we got a new Lex Luthor.
Oh yeah, it's
okay. Thank you, God.
Yeah, it's a new guy. It's actually the actor that played Beast in X-Men First Class and X-Men Days of Future Past and Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix.
Don't play with my emotions. Don't play with my emotions.
He's Lex Luthor.
Don't play with my emotions.
I believe his name is Michael Holt. No, that's Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
Nicholas Holt. Something Holt. His name is Holt something.
Wait, I like him. He's gonna be Lex?
Yes, he is. I'm pretty sure it's Nicholas Holt. Yes, Nicholas Holt.
No
This guy.
way.
That's your Lex Luthor.
No
Yep.
way.
He looks the part. He's perfect. He looks great.
You think he's gonna go bald? I'm kind of excited.
Oh yeah, there's already pictures of him. He's bald.
That's crazy.
I would have
That's
put a
crazy.
picture. I would have gotten a picture. For
No,
it,
it's
but I
fine. I'm
wasn't
gonna Google later tonight.
Word. So Nicholas Holt, not Christopher Holt. Nicholas Holt.
That's crazy.
Dad's looking for a picture to show for you guys up there.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah. So there was an interview actually, which no one noticed that he said it, but a friend actually put me onto it. One of the filmmakers, I can't remember. I think it was the director himself, or James Gunn, or maybe one of the writers. They were talking about a scene with Lex Luthor, and they were like, and the suit that he has on, and they went like this. They said the suit. It's like, what do you mean? I'm like, what do you mean the suit? Like the suit? So, Lex Luthor in the comics. I mean, we saw it today when we watched Crisis. He wears a suit, like a mechanical suit that he puts on, powered by kryptonite, to fight Superman.
Yeah.
So he could be the villain too. There's also there's another. I can't remember if they said Hippolyta or there's gonna be some sort of like warrior woman Someone from the Authority. Oh yeah, from the Authority. Let me look her up.
Mm-hmm.
Someone from the Authority that they said is in this. That is also a possibility to be the main villain.
Mm.
So it's either Maxwell Lord, Lex Luthor, or him.
As long as they don't cram it. I don't need them cramming it, because then that's just like, what was the purpose?
Engineer. Angela Spica? Engineer. Engineer from the Authority.
Okay.
So she could be another villain. I just want to make sure I got her name right. Yeah. Angela, I'm going to say Spica. So she might be a villain in the movie as well, because, you know, they have the Authority TV show that's coming out in a few years as well, which, you know, they're a bad guy team, kind of like the boys. So, and yeah, I hear what you're saying about it possibly being overloaded, in which I also kind of find it funny that both Superman and Captain America are coming out next year. It just feels like another like DC Marvel, like DC versus Marvel thing. But yeah, I heard another friend's kind of put me on to like a theory that he has about the movie, where he thinks that this team that's already established, that they're gonna be like kind of like the side plot in the movie to show us like this like a really bad team of superheroes. Like they're not gonna be a good team, and that's why he was saying he thinks that their costumes look bad on purpose, which in my opinion, like, yeah, I guess Green Lanterns looks kind of weird, but he's saying that they're not gonna be good at being a superhero team. They might be bad superheroes. And when Superman comes in, he's kind of going to be the hero that shows them what a hero should be. You know, he puts them on to like, this is what a hero should.
Why do I have a feeling
there's
going to be a scene where Mr. Terrific be secretly jealous of Superman? I sense it. Stamp me right here. I sense it.
Probably. There probably
Yeah.
will be a bit of rivals in this.
I
'Cause
think
Mr.
so.
Terrific, that's like the name when you think of like a team without Superman. You would
Yeah.
think like Mr. Terrific's
Terrific.
the one that stands out.
Yeah.
But Superman will stand out more, and he'll be like, shit. So yeah.
Right.
I could totally see that. And yeah, I think that sounds right. You know, if they want to use Superman and have other examples of what heroes shouldn't be in order to make Superman look better, because you know he should be like, Superman should be what the idolized superhero is, you know, because that's what he is for DC. You know, everyone idolizes from him. You know. So yeah. Okay. And if I had to give my prediction, I think the ultimate villain will end up being Lex Luthor.
I mean,
My opinion, I think, is kind of like we've seen that already. So I'm hoping that there's more with other characters like Engineer. I'm hoping that we get more, but I do think that Lex Luthor will be that main driving force.
I guess I just want an established team. Yeah, that's it. I just want an established team. But, you know, I don't know. DC always fails me, so.
We'll get our JL. I say within the next 10 years, we're going to get JL.
When I'm 37?
I'm not saying at 10 years, but
Oh my God.
by the time 10 years hits, we'll have at least
I'm
one
gonna be paying a
JL movie
mortgage
in our
by
pocket.
then. My first mortgage.
Or who knows? Actually, they could wait. They could leave us sitting on JL for a bit. We could get other teams maybe.
Such as Birds of
Maybe.
Prey. Anyway.
I don't think they're gonna touch Birds of Prey yet.
Actually, no, I don't think they should because they don't know what they're doing.
They have a Suicide Squad trilogy to finish.
Oh, God.
You know, they have a third one to release, even though they're technically not connected at all. But maybe they want to start a trilogy. Or a new trilogy, I mean, because they seem to have stuff planned with Amanda Waller and Peacemaker.
Yeah.
I
actually
could.
I seen that someone needed a description. I think they was like, we're looking for a mid to 30, 48 white man, and then like a mid to 30, 38-year-old black woman for the new Peacemaker. So I was like, okay, interesting.
Yeah. Since we know that there's already an established, like, this is already an established world in DC, like there's already heroes here. We know that the Batman movie that's coming is going to be Batman and Damian Wayne Robin. So that means there's other Robins already out there. So if they wanted to, they could give us Teen Titans before we get a JL movie.
Would you want a Teen Titan live action?
Yes, I would. I want to see Dick Grayson.
Okay, I'll say yes to that, but I want it to be good. Also,
It has to be good.
There's nothing wrong with Starfire being black. I'll be the one to say it on this podcast right here, right now, because I'll be reading y'all comments and y'all mad ignorant. Okay, she's literally an alien. Okay, the person who's an African American woman who's playing Starfire is a human being. Go touch grass. Go get laid. Anyway.
He said, "Go get laid."
Like I was saying, yeah, but I just want it to be really good.
Yeah, my problem with that was not the casting, but the CGI of that show.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, the character can look however she wants,
I
but I
told you,
thought the CGI just didn't complement.
But I
her at
told you
all.
that's
and
why
it ruins
I
Beast
hate,
Boy too.
I
in that
hate
show.
live action superhero movies because it just always feels cheap
But
and
see,
cheesy.
with that show had such a cheap budget. So I was even
Yeah.
thinking, like, kind of like how you said last time, if you can't do it properly, then don't touch it.
Then don't touch it.
I don't think they should have ever made that show
Yeah.
because they just didn't have the budget for it.
No, I agree.
But if they had like if you look at Suicide Squad, whatever the Suicide Squad, like that movie just looks like the whole budget that Warner Brothers had. They just poured everything into it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you look at Avengers Endgame or something, or any sort of Avengers movie, when they just have those huge budgets, they look great.
Yeah.
So if Teen Titans and JL and
We'll have that respect. Yeah.
and Suicide Squad and they want to do Young Justice, they want to do Justice League Dark,
Mm-hmm.
Do all these freaking
You love Justice League Dark, don't you?
yeah, but that's probably a ways off.
Yeah.
Actually, it might not be.
No,
It
come
might
on to
not
say,
be.
look at the new.
They got
yeah.
they got a Swamp Thing coming.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be a Swamp Thing. They might even have a Zatanna and Constantine in the works too.
Zatanna.
That's what I said, Zatanna. Yeah, this guy has a bit of trouble pronouncing Zatanna sometimes. He thought he could swing it around on me here.
Oh no,
He
reverse.
says Zantana.
Oh no, reverse.
Does that trigger you? Tell me, does that trigger you?
It shouldn't, because you guys have a problem with a black woman playing Starfire who's an alien and a fictional character. Yeah, I ate that. I did. Anyway.
I can't argue with that. But I will say it was the filmmakers of that show that decided to turn a green man, Beast Boy, into a white man with green hair. I will say that. I will say that. I will say that. We will leave it at
We're sparking controversy now.
What the hell?
Oh, that was crazy. Oh my God. Yeah, we're friends, y'all. We're friends. I promise you.
Joseph! Why did you say that name?
Are you
Joseph.
Is
You
that
know
your
the Martha moment?
Is that your Batman moment?
No.
I was gonna say, are you Batman and I'm Superman?
Am I Batman?
You could be Batman. I'll take Superman.
I'm Green Lantern. I'm John Stewart.
Ew, technically,
Shira.
I'm Captain America.
You're Puma, it looks like.
No,
You're
so
not-
I'm the Vixen. I'll
you're
take
not-
it.
Is Vixen Puma?
She could turn into a Puma.
I was gonna say you're not Cheetah, but you're Puma.
I'll
But
take.
if
I'll
that's
take
Vixen.
I'll take Vixen. She could turn into any animal. I'll take it. I get to sleep with Jon Stewart. It's lit.
Well, I'll take Shira over Vixen.
I don't care what you think. Okay.
I like hawks. I'll take the hawk Tua and spit on that.
Please move on. I'm so sorry for y'all at home.
He was
Please
in the
move
hawk
on.
girl. How coincidental that there's this Hawk Tua girl that we can make all these Hawk Girl references as we talk about all this Green Lantern and Hawk Girl stuff going on.
We are not endorsing her. I am not giving her any sponsors on our show.
Hawk Girl?
Yeah. No,
Hawk Tua
Tua.
girl?
Yeah.
Hi, Hawk Tua girl.
No.
You should call in
No.
one day.
It's okay.
She's Hawk Girl. She's a Hawk Girl.
Yo, please, next. What's the next?
What is next? I mean, how long have we been going here for?
It's almost 10 after 8.
Okay.
What time do we start?
We started at 7.
We did start at 7? Oh, okay. All right. Well, seems like that's all the time that we got here today.
Well, we would like to say thank you guys for watching our show, and also thank you for having 154 views on our
Wait.
pilot.
We got to lead them off on a super off, though.
Oh, you want to do that now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys,
It'll
let's
take
do
2
this
seconds.
quickly. All right. So we have a super off, right? And you guys know with Martian Handhunter and Silver Surfer. So we have 2 great heroes. Well, technically, Vigilante versus a hero Actually, technically, they're both vigilantes. So we got Lobo versus Ghost Rider. We're gonna start off with Lobo first, and I want you guys to tell me who will win in the fight. So I'm gonna read off everything with Lobo. So Lobo has super strength, superhuman stamina, immortality, regeneration, biofusion, thermal immortality. What else he has? Possession, superhuman reflexes, enhanced senses, enhanced sense of smell, enhanced hearing, expert at combat. Oh, get this. Genius level intellect. What else? Seduction, tracking, marksmanship. But his weakness is moral code and unpredictable temperament, which basically means he's so arrogant when it comes to him fighting and violence. But it's sometimes he loses his vision when it comes to like rage, so he doesn't pay attention. Also, he is vulnerable to bullets and toxins, and also greed. Yeah, like that goes hand in hand when it comes to the unpredictable like anger and his greed. So yeah, that fused and it's a wrap for him. But his next opponent, Ghost Rider, who we all know and love, Blaze. Blaze also has superhuman strength, superhuman stamina, superhuman durability, superhuman agility. He also has a healing factor, supernatural awareness, hellfire manipulation. Basically, who want to know what hellfire means is anything like from hell, projectile, fire. So he has hellfire manipulation, hellfire infusion, hellfire projection. It's so much with Ghost Rider. He has sin manipulation, which is he can affect people like becoming victims and emotionalists. And if it goes wrong and it backfires, they could break down and repent their sins. He also has soul manipulation, soul reading, soul consumption, dimensional travel, demon magic manipulation, a mystical chain projection, which is pretty cool because he could just like bring a chain out of his hand, his mouth, his eyes, his nose, whatever he wants. What else he has real quick? Oh, he has self-size alteration, and he skills hand-to-hand combat. The only weaknesses is corruption, heavenly weapons, and host separation. So with host separation is if someone has a heavenly weapon and basically split him from his entity of becoming Ghost Rider, the entity will be fine, but it will just go to another person, and that will be the next Ghost Rider, which will make him now mortal. So I want to know what you guys think. I want to know if you guys think Lobo from DC or Ghost Rider from Marvel, who will win in this fight?
I think I heard the word hell a lot of times in explaining the Ghost Rider ones.
Oh, yeah. It was just like, I was like, God dang.
I mean, they're both very demonic.
I'm so glad we're not a Christian podcast. I apologize in advance.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, it seems like they're both very demonic based and rage based.
Yeah. Lobo's on Superman's level, by the way. Like, it says like he's on Superman, Batman, Aquaman's, and Legion's level. Yeah,
that's interesting, and I think that definitely balances out between him and Ghost Rider because Ghost Rider is being powered by the Spirit of Vengeance, which is a cosmic entity from Marvel's side. So it's definitely, there's a huge power level there for both of them.
Yeah, I think it's really cool to see Ghost Rider go up against Lobo. But I just want to see them fight on their motorcycles, low key. I think that'd be sick.
That would be sick. I would love that. I would pay for that. I would pay to see that.
Nah, me too. So I want you guys to comment below. Also follow our TikToks and Instagrams, and we'll put the fight up there as well so you guys can comment.
What are our TikToks and Instagrams?
The TikTok is Let Them Cook, a superhero podcast. You guys could even Google it and find our TikTok right there. You'll see our faces on there. And our Instagram is also a Let Them Cook podcast, which is also on Instagram. With me and Zach both are posting everyday updates and current events. So you'll see me posting on my story or his story. So make sure you guys follow right there. And also, please make sure to follow Governors as well, podcasts as well. They are helping us have a platform to speak, and without them, we wouldn't be here to show our passion and love. So also, thank you guys for having us. You know, it's always an honor to be here.
Thank you, Governors. Thank you, Govs Podcast.
Thank you, Mr. Walker.
Thank you, Mr. Walker. The KDC, Knock 'em Dead Comedy Podcast.
Yes. And make sure to book Knock 'em Dead Comedy. We appreciate it.
Book them for your dinner entertainment theater.
Yeah, you get to see me. I'm there. I can't say too much, but I'm there. I'm in a purple suit.
He's him.
I am him. But no,
You're him.
it's an honor to like work with you on this podcast.
Likewise. Good
Joseph.
sir. Joseph. Why'd you say that name? She won't die tonight.
Yo, I can't.
Okay, thank you all so much for watching.